be interested in meeting my horses. So this also explains to you why my hands are always so dirty. So anyway, this is the horse I've had for the longest time. This is Olivia, and she is 16 years old, and I've had her ever since she was 6 months old. She is a registered black Clydesdale, and for the horse people in the viewing area, she is 17.3 hands tall, which means a hand, in case you don't know anything about horses, a hand is measured from here down the width, and that's usually about 4 inches, and so it is from the ground to right here at the base of their neck where it attaches into there. This is called a wither. So they would literally do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on up in 4-inch increments. So she is 17.3 hands tall. I am 5'8" for reference, so she's a pretty big girl. She weighs in at 2,000 pounds. I think I mentioned she's 16 years old, and I've had her since she's 6 months old. She rides, so like I can ride her bareback in a saddle anyway. She also pulls carriages, and she drives both by herself and then also with another partner. So this is Olivia, and she is a sweet diva. And I don't see the camera from here, so hopefully this is on camera, but a lot of people ask how big their feet are. So there is a foot for you, if you can tell. You know, it's the size of my hand. She does not have shoes on right now. She's barefoot. I only put shoes on them if I'm planning on driving a lot out on the gravel roads, and this year I just haven't because it's been too hot. And that's all really I'm going to tell you about her, because I could go on and on and on all day long. So I'm going to walk her towards the camera so maybe you can get a look at her face, because she's got a pretty face. So there she goes. That's Olivia. Anyway, hope you enjoyed meeting her, because she's a sweet girl. She does do one trick, and that's pick up her rope for me. You hand it to me? Thank you very much. All right. I'm going to introduce you to the next one. Here we go. Okay, this is my next horse. Her name is Tilly. Her registered name is FVA's Grand Design, and that is FVA stands for Farview Acres. She is a registered drum horse, DRUM. It's a fairly rare breed. It's a cross between a Clydesdale and a Gypsy Vanner, and that particular horse is usually very loudly colored, like her, lots of hair, like her. Tilly's pretty special. She is 16.1 hands tall, so she's smaller than Olivia. She is 12 years old, and I've had her since she was 4 months old. She was orphaned at 3 months of age, and she's Olivia's half sister. So they share the same mom. The mom passed away, and we bought her because we needed to get her out of the environment she was in. And she's turned out to be a very, very special horse. She is a 4-time national high point champion winner within her breed. She was also, baby, I know you're very sweet. She was also selected to be a Breyer horse. So I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with Breyer horses, but they talk about collectibles. This is what a Breyer horse is. They're models. Hopefully you can see this on camera because my camera is backwards. But anyway, she was selected to be a Breyer horse 2 years ago. And they have a huge festival down in Kentucky where they honor all the guest horses. And unfortunately, she developed a very bad condition in her feet, and we couldn't take her that year. Luckily, the next year, the theme was rescue horses, basically, and she kind of fit the bill as far as second chances kind of thing. So she came back that next year and was just a rock star. I am going to link in the description box a video of me driving her there at Breyerfest if you're interested. It's to music. It's really interesting. It tells a little bit more about this breed and about her in particular. So anyway, she 12 years old, had her since she was 4 months old, and just a special, very, very special horse to me and to a lot of people actually. So, but yeah, look into Breyer horses, because if you think fountain pens are collectible, yikes. So just to give you a reference, there was only 2,500 models made of her. They originally sold for $75 there at the event, and they're now up on eBay. You know, you can't find her very frequently, anywhere from, maybe $200 to $300, but it'll just keep going up from there because she was a limited edition run. So anyway, so that's Tilly, and again, give me a kiss. Thank you. She's a good girl. She also rides and drives, and she drives single, in a pair. She rides, she does English, Western, bareback, trail, all the stuff. So anyway, it's Tilly. And this is my next horse. This is Winston. Winston is a Shire, Shire. They originate in England. Um, and he is, as you can tell, he's my big guy. Not that the others aren't big, but he's even more so. He is 18.1 hands tall. So again, if you want a little reference, this is where you measure them to. And again, I'm 5'8". So he's up there in the, when you're riding him, you're on top of a building, almost a moving building. Winston is, can you look over here, buddy? Hey, buddy. Okay, so Winston is a little nervous. He's always been a little nervous. We got him during COVID. He'd been passed around quite a bit. He is, how old is he now? He's 9, because we got him as a 4-year-old during COVID. So he's 9. And basically, he does drive, he does ride, but you got to be careful because he's just spooky, just scared of everything. He thinks everything's going to eat him. Don't know why, that's the way it is. But again, very, very talented horse. I've put him in dressage. I've been doing a lot of dressage with him, and as you can tell, he jumps. That's just our fly spray system that went off, and it's not loud. He just decided that was going to startle him. But anyway, yeah, he's been doing very, very well in the dressage ring, scoring pretty high scores, and I've been really, really pleased with him. But so Winston, his registered name is Big Sky Tufts Winston, and he's just fun. I adore him. So if you want to see a big foot, here's a big foot for you. He's even bigger than Olivia, but yeah, that's a ginormous foot, bigger than my hand spread, bigger than that. So anyway, so this is Winston. I just thought I would give you a little perspective standing next to a person. So I'm going to get back so you don't run the camera over. Back there. There you go. So that's kind of perspective on Mr. Winston. You're a good boy, aren't you? Yeah, you're a good boy. Okay, last horse, because I have 4. Of course, they're all huge, so that counts for 8 normal size horses. This horse here is Marshall, and he is also a drum horse, like Tilly. But you can tell he is not like Tilly, not in his shape, not in his coloring, any of that. But he's still half Clydesdale, half Gypsy. He is, how old are you now? You're 8 now. I've had him since he was about 10 months old. And he's my little juvenile delinquent. He likes to get into trouble. No, yeah. And I will show you what he does if he'll do it. He may not. So he's right at 17 hands. So he's a little, he's bigger than Tilly, but not quite as big as Olivia, and certainly not as big as Winston. This guy is a great trail riding horse. I never thought he would be, because he likes to make an entrance. I'll just say that. He likes to leap in the air and throw himself around, but he knows his job now, so we like that. So what else can I tell you about Marshall? Except you're a juvenile delinquent, aren't you? Yeah, but you're a good boy. So this is Marshall. He's a drum horse. He's 8, and he is not a show horse. I have never shown him. The rest of them I have. He's just a little bit too, how do we want to say this? I don't want to die. So let's see if he will actually play, because he likes toys, and usually, unless I'm trying to get him to do something for you, and then he won't. There, he likes to shake things. Usually this thing makes noise, and so he kind of, there you go. Try it. There you go. You can squeak it more than that, can't you? Guess not. Okay, told you. He's on camera, so he doesn't want to perform. So anyway, this is Marshall. He's the last of my 4 wonderful animals that I feel very lucky to have part of my family. So thanks for tuning in and seeing my life. I also forgot to mention that he does pull a carriage as well. He's actually a pretty nice driving horse. Again, never thought he would be able to do that, but he seems to enjoy it, and we go on adventures all the time. Also, wanted to say I'm sorry for all the noise, but we are out here in a barn and it's pretty windy today. So it's just the way it is. But you can absolutely tell why my hands get so dirty. I try to wash them, but it's ground in. So anyway, have a good day. Catch you next time.
In looking back at my videos, there was quite a glare on the box for the Breyer horse, Tilly. So this is what, hopefully you won't see any glare with that. So that's what a Breyer horse is. It's a model horse, and usually, sometimes they're more collectible if they're in their original packaging, sometimes not. So I have her in her packaging because I just don't want to destroy the value of the model itself. So that's what that is.